All right, I'm back here at 1 o'clock p.m. the next day after we listed that campaign, the Keep Calm and Drop Your Gear. It's been about, I guess, 18 hours since we put it up, and we've only sold one, so it doesn't actually look that promising. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't actually, I didn't expect it to make any sales, really, so I'm surprised it did any. Because this is just for an example. Like I said in the beginning, I just wanted to show you how to list a shirt and also how to list the ad several different ways to just show you how to do it, instead of just showing you like a sort of like a bullet point of some PowerPoint presentation or something like that. I learn better by seeing things, so that's why I did that. But unfortunately, it didn't work out for this campaign. So I just want to show you how to analyze the stats and make decisions at this point. So right now, there's only one sale. I can take a look at our bit.ly here and see how many hits we got. We got 72 clicks altogether, and you can see the traffic over time. We listed at 7 o'clock, then right away we got 12 clicks, and throughout the night it died down. It always does die down at night, and then it picked up again this morning. Now, there's one thing that I mentioned in a previous video that I believe is incorrect now. Remember I said you want to be listing your campaign late at night around 7 so that all your budget, if you set $25, will be consumed by midnight. But that's not the case anymore. I see that Facebook has changed it a bit, and it looks like that when you list a campaign, say at 7 o'clock, and you set your budget for $25 a day, it appeared that Facebook will use that $25 during the next 24 hours. So what that means, if you start at 7 p.m., Facebook is going to use your $25 budget all the way to 7 p.m. the next day, not until midnight. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm not exactly sure if that's the case, but it makes sense because right here they tell you how much of the budget is left over. So right now, today, for this particular campaign here, we're just logged in to my Facebook looking at the two campaigns we created here. But you can see of today, we spent $8 out of 25. Well, last night when I posted it at 7 at night, it said something like, I think it was this one here, 82 cents of $3 that was going to be spent, meaning they're not going to spend all the $25 at night anymore. So in order to get instant traffic and spend your full budget, you actually have to set your campaign as you have to set a lifetime budget, not an auction style budget. An auction style is paying a set amount per day, as opposed to a lifetime budget where you set an end time when you want your campaign to end. And so that's the difference. So let's just go in and take a look here. So looking at this, I spent $33 here on this campaign. This one contained 3 ads, and then this one here was the post engagement. So let's go ahead and take a look at these and see what we can find. So let's go in and check this one out first. This is the one containing, actually, yeah, we'll do that one first. So here's the 3 campaigns we created, and right off the bat I can see that this one is definitely a lot cheaper. The first one got 25 clicks. And there's one thing I want to mention here. Like this says 25 clicks, 19 clicks, and 6 clicks. How many clicks is that? 25 plus 19 plus 6 equals 50 clicks. I want to see the other one here, if it's going to show the number of clicks. Post engagements is not going to show website clicks, but it might show clicks. 60 clicks there. No, I guess it won't. Okay, just want to compare it to this number here of 70 clicks. So you can see it's actually pretty close to what you get out of here. So it's nice to see real-time traffic using Bitly. But first off, right now I can tell you this is too expensive, right? And there's no point in running this one because, well, it's too expensive as well. So I'll turn that off too. And I do want to see the ads. So if I just click on ads right here, now I can see the ads, and I can compare the conversions as well. So you can see the one that is doing the best here is at 2% click-through rate, which actually isn't that good. You want to be over 3%, so it's not really that good. And there's only been one comment, which is my comment that I put in there. And if you let's look at the other ones as well here, and we can see this one got 8 likes, one share, so a little bit more activity on that one because we had more ads running to it. That's why, but not really that much activity, and not many sales, obviously. So to me, first off, right now I wouldn't even spend any more money on this. I don't want to waste any more money. I've already put in like $40 or something like that, 30 plus the other money. It's just over $40, so I won't even run these ads anymore. But just to see that there is sort of a little bit of potential there. If I was going to concentrate on it, I would definitely concentrate on this one here. But let's go take a look at the other one, and let's start from the beginning here. This one here, the post engagement, the first one that we created, and let's take a look at the ad. Well, this one got 3% click-through rate, much more engagement, and 3 comments. They actually got more comments, a lot more likes. So you can see that the post engagement, where you put just a plain shirt and a post on your fan page, actually worked the best. And that's most likely where I got my sale from. So if you look at it that way, I spent, if it was this one ad that got the sale, unfortunately the ad didn't register in here. I looked at, if you go and view the reports, I'll show you that in a minute. I'm just guessing it came from this one. It may have came from one of the other ones, but most likely it came from here. 3% click-through rate. If that's the case, one sale, and I only spent $13, and the sale I get $10 profit, so I'm only $3 behind. So ideally I could just keep this running and close the other ones and just scale this one up. And to scale one up, to scale a campaign up, all you have to do is just increase the budget. Just increase the budget to, like, I usually go twice the amount, so I'd go $50 and I'd set it, or I go, and then if it get fewer sales, or sometimes I'll just put, like, if I got like 3 or 4 sales out of the $25, I'll go like $500. I really boost it up and get some traffic and see how it goes. But you don't want to go too crazy on it. Like, you don't want to go like 1,000 or 5,000 unless you know it's selling very well, like you're getting like double your investment. But right now I'm not even breaking even on this one, and like I already spent lots of money on it. And honestly, it's not picking up any traction on this, so I would just dump it and just move on to the next one. There's no point in losing more money on these campaigns. So I do want to go in here and show you more about the report, so let's just continue looking through here. Nice feature here is I can click on ads that are running, and I just want to see active. There's one in my blue leads. It's not what I want, but these are the 2 that I just have active right now. Remember, I discontinued the other 2, and I'm getting a lot more post engagements. These are the exact same interests too. So if we actually go back and look at all those ads, I actually pulled it into my Power Editor here as well. So to get all this information in Power Editor, you just I brought it up. It's going to be different now because I disabled those 2 campaigns, but that's okay. I should be able to see not 2 campaigns, sorry, 2 ad sets. So I'm just going to go in active campaigns. I'm going to select this one. I want to see these 2 that we created, these 2 campaigns. I'm going to hold down the shift key and select the other one so I get both of them. And I want to select add so I can see all the ads. There we go. You can see that we turned off a couple ads there, ad sets. I just want to compare the data here. So let's sort by average cost per click. And you can see that the one that we did, this was the post engagement one. Get it in view here. This one here was a post engagement one. That one seemed to get the most traction, got some comments, got some likes, most likes, got some clicks, and CTR was the best. And that was with it was no interest. Remember, we just targeted the job titles. So the job titles was the most efficient one, the one that actually brought in the most. And same with the other campaign, which was all clicks to a website. You could see that the one with the job titles did the best, and the next one was the one with the schools, actually, and then the final one was the interests. So that was how we that's how it worked out. So with that said, it looks like the post engagement stuff would be the best one to go for. So if I was actually scale this out, and if I got a few more sales, what I'd end up doing is, let's go back to our campaigns here. So the one here with clicks to website, I would just kibosh the whole thing. So I just disable the whole thing there. And then this one here would be the one I'd concentrate on. And a few ways I like scaling is I can just add more ad sets in here and just it's kind of weird, but if you just duplicate the same ad set exactly the same like 3 times, that can boost up the traffic. It's kind of weird because it sounds like you're actually competing with yourself buying the traffic. I'm not sure what the phenomenon is. I read it somewhere in someone's course and I ended up applying it, and it works. It's an easy way to scale up. So I actually scale up by multiplying the ad set, just copying it straight over. And sometimes it's always a good idea to change up one little thing, you know. And then you can actually use reports too to dial in who's actually doing the clicking, which we'll do that in just a second. What else was I going to say here? Oh yeah, to scale it up, ultimately what I love doing is just increasing the budget. Like here's the daily budget. You can increase it here. Just click that and change it to 50. I'm not going to because I just don't really want to continue with this campaign. But let's go back to our reports. I want to show you the reports and we'll dig into more of the report stuff. So let's hit reports and it will show all the current ones there. And I'll just add a filter because I know my campaigns contain the word gear. So I'll hit enter, and those are the 2 campaigns. And let's see, if we hit the edit columns up here, we can select conversion, and this will tell me whether or not I got any conversions. And the one conversion there does not show up, so they don't always show up. Fortunately this time it didn't, so I don't know where the conversion came from. But let's say I did know where the conversion came from, and let's say for example it came from this one. So what I'd do then is I would dig into the reports a little bit further to find what age group that sale came from, and was it female or male. And let me show you how to do that. So click edit columns here, and what I'll do is I'll hit demographic, and then over here I want to add the ad set. So in the right at the top here you have data aggregation. So in here I want to select the checkbox, as I'm trying to say, ad set, and also the ad, and then click on actions right here, and you want to scroll down to the external URL part section and click on checkouts for conversion and click OK. So now what we're going to see is we're going to see all of the age groups, and we're also going to see all of the conversions, but unfortunately it didn't show up, so it's still not there. Okay. Now it's really splitting everything up a lot here. Anyhow, what you can do now is you can really dig in here and go to, for example, the unique clicks, and we could see the age groups that are getting all the clicks. So let's go over here. So it's all male. So that's the number one thing I would do. Go back to my campaign and take out the males. So let's actually do that, like we're going to pretend to scale out this campaign. So I'm going to go back to campaigns here on another page. So I have my reporting beside me here. I guess you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. So I'm reporting here, and I'm going to all my campaigns. I'm going to go into the gear one here, and what I want to be doing is I'm going to modify this ad. So I'm just get down to the ad level, and I can edit the targeting here. So if you click edit targeting, I would come in here and set it to men only. And in fact, I should have known that from the beginning. Now look at this. Okay, you can see it targets 26,000 people, but there's actually only 2,000 women in there. So I guess it wouldn't make that much difference if we did that, but that would be the first step of what I would do. So I'd go and save this, and then of course my ad will go back into review, and get reapproved, which usually happens pretty quick. But so that's what I would do first off, to know it's all male. And then what I could do is I can actually target the males that are actually clicking, like what age groups are they clicking. So you can see, and I just kind of look through 18 to 24, then there's 25 to 34, 25 34, 35 to 44, to 54. So basically it looks like everyone's clicking up to the age 54. So another thing I would do is I would go back into my ad here, hit the targeting, and tighten up the age group a little bit to 54. So that'd be another thing I would do. That dropped it down to 24,000. So just concentrating on the people actually taking action and clicking. It looks like we got another like in between there. I thought it was only 19. So you can see that's what you do when you utilize the actual reporting here. You can really dig in and start to narrow down. And the reason I like doing that is because, let's say I was sitting at like like 15 to 16 sales or something like that, and my goal is 20. So I want to, and I'm just losing a little bit on my ads. So let's say I've spent, let's say 100, and say I spent around $200, right? Or maybe $180 or something like that, and I'm sitting at around 15, 16 sales. It's like $150, $160 because I get $10 profit per shirt on average. And so you can go in and you can dial in your ads a little bit, just like I showed you. Go into who's clicking and go into what age group is clicking as well. So find out the gender, find out the age, and narrow your ad down to that. Obviously bump out the ads that didn't have any high conversions like I did. And ultimately, if you can see the conversions in here, then you definitely can narrow it down to that group as well. Like maybe the conversion came from this age group, then I'd make a whole separate ad targeted to just that age group. So I would go back to the ad summary, this one here, and I would just copy this exact ad. So you can create similar ad right here, and then I would narrow down that ad. Oh, we already had our ad approved there. I add a separate ad to just that ad group or age group. So whatever it was, 22 to 24, you know what I mean? Then I'd list that as well. And what that will do, that will help narrow down your marketing. Get back to that. Okay. That'll help kind of dial it in and recoup some of your costs. So that means you can, and then sometimes I actually make profit. Not very much, maybe like $50 or something like that. But you know what? $50 is $50 I didn't have, right? So that's a really good thing to do. You want to be using the reports, and it's pretty simple to use. That's basically how you go through and see if the campaign is winning. In this particular case, I don't really think of any point of keeping it going. Like, if let's go back to our fan page there. See what kind of activity we got going on. You can see someone commented, "I want this for all the wrong reasons." And I said, "Show off your naughty side, Devin," and put the link there. I understand, Devin. Don't worry. That's funny. Someone responding to his comment there added another post, but really not much traction there. Not really much to start spending more money with. So anyhow, so what I would do at this point is I just go in here and I would just cancel it. But just for curiosity's sakes, maybe I'll leave it run until this hits $10 and just see if another sale comes through. If it comes through, then maybe I can actually make profit. If the first sale came from this one here, then it may be able to pull ahead a bit, and I might be able to recoup some of my money that I spent. So I've already spent, let's see how much I spent total here. So $34 plus $9. I spent $43, right? But I do have one sale. If I can get it up to 10 sales minimum, then I can request a gold drop and I can get $100 out of this. So that's just something to do. But in all honesty, I probably should just stop it. But anyhow, that's it for this video. I just really want to show you how to go about knowing when to stop, what to do when You look at your stats, and also using the reporting to dial in your ads a little bit more to make them come back, or even, get some profit out of them. And again, I do want to stress the fact that this was just an example. I know it's a little, could be a little bit disappointing given the fact that we didn't make all these sales overnight sort of thing, but I just wanted to show you a real live example and how to deal with a campaign after you see the results.